Welcome to the Motivational Medium podcast. I'm Anne-Marie Lord, a psychic medium, author, and the founder of the Motivational Medium Academy. On this podcast, we'll explore intriguing topics such as mediumship, psychic abilities, and the amazing idea that we all have intuition within us. Whether you're a believer, skeptic, or somewhere in between, get ready to unlock your extraordinary potential as we discover the supernatural world together. If you want your questions featured on the show, be sure to join my tribe by subscribing to my newsletter at annemarielord.com. Let's go. Hello, my friend, and welcome to today's podcast. I wanted to talk to you today all about mediumship and debunk some of the scary stuff, if you like, about going to see a medium. Some people come to see me, and when they come through the door, they say to me, "Oh, I'm really nervous." And I always say to them, "Don't be nervous, it's only me. You should be really excited, because today you just might actually get to connect with your loved ones in spirit that you haven't spoken to for a little while, get some guidance off them, see what they've been up to, and they let you know what you've been up to." So if you're ever thinking of going to see a medium, then don't be afraid. But what I would say to you is make sure you're open. And what do I mean by that? Well, people say, well, if I go and see a medium, I don't want to tell them everything. I don't want to speak to them. I don't want to give them information. And in a way, that's a good thing, because if you try, and one of my friends used to call it feed the medium, if you say too much, then it makes the medium's job really, really hard. Let me try and explain this. When a medium is working, well, this is me. I'll say when I am working, because maybe people work differently, but when I'm working with you guys and with the spirit world, I sort of close down, I call it my earth brain. I sort of close down one side of my mind, if you like, so that the other side can be open to the spirit world. So what I interpret and feel and see and sense from my other side of my brain, if you like, is what comes from the spirit world. But if you feed the medium, or if you say too much to the medium, what happens is you sort of ignite their conscious mind. So then they will find it harder to understand whether they're getting their messages from spirit or whether they're getting their messages from their own conscious thoughts. So feeding the medium is not a good thing for a medium, because it can actually make it quite confusing, and for the reader. However, saying that, when you come to see a medium, I would say, please be open. You know, have an open mind, have an open thought, and have an open heart. Because when you're sitting there and you come with open energy, the energy within that room flows really, really well. You don't have to speak, you just have to have an open energy. And what that means is, should I say this to you guys? We actually call people arm folders sometimes, because you will get people that come in and they sit back, the body language, their arms are folded, they're looking at you, and they come in with one specific question. And if you don't get anywhere near that question, then everything else gets discarded. And I always think that's really sad, because your loved ones in spirit have came in and tried really, really hard to relay these messages. I've showed up 100% with an open heart and a full connection. You've paid to come in and see this medium. So why not let this energy flow? Don't be blocked. Don't be closed down to it. It's not the medium's job to prove to you that an afterworld exists. I know an afterworld exists, so that's all that matters really, because I believe in what I believe. My religious beliefs, my conscious beliefs, my soul beliefs, That's all quite private to me. But you coming in and you having an open heart is huge, because then you will be open to receive the messages. Now, that doesn't mean me saying making things fit, because that won't happen in a reading. If you go and see a really good qualified medium, making things fit won't happen, because that medium will stick their ground. So if something comes through and you don't feel that it's right for you, but the medium feels and knows that this is this person and this is right, they will continue to say that. They will say, no, this is definitely such and such. And then the medium will go back to the spirit and say, can you give me some more evidence? Can you give me something that will allow me to validate that this is truly you? So when they do that, then you will get further evidence and you will get further knowledge that the person that you're connecting with is your loved ones in spirit. So a medium just doesn't get a thought. A medium gets a feeling. I always say when people come to see me, and if I get something and I know my name is Anne-Marie, that it's right, then I get it not only in my head, I get it in my chest and I get it in my stomach. And I know with my whole being that this is right. Now, this isn't me pushing my beliefs on someone. I won't do that. I will say, okay, we'll come back to that later if we still can't get it. And we guarantee about 99% throughout the reading, that person will be seen by the sitter. Now, when I say the sitter, that means the person that's coming to see me. So I hope this is all making sense. This is me trying to debunk mediumship a little bit. So in a nutshell, when you go to see a medium should tell you how the session will go. I explain to my clients as soon as they come in how the session will go, because all mediums and psychics, I believe, work differently. My thing is I'm quite a motivational medium, hence the title of the show, but I will see things that will enhance people's lives, and because I work as a coach, not only a medium, but as an intuitive coach for my clients, I also will see things that will enhance their life. So things that will come up for them. And I won't just say to them, you're going to get a new job or whatever. I want to know how I can take people from today to get to that situation. Now, a lot of this, I call this my psychic stuff, not the mediumship side. But when you come to see me, we will tap into mediumship, and my energy connects with your energy to help guide you in a direction of growth, really. I never see anything bad. I ask not to see anything bad. I pray of a morning not to see anything bad. I don't believe that seeing negative stuff and making people afraid can enhance their life. Now, that's just me. That's how I work, because I want to see things and know things that can help people go forward, that can help people make decisions that will change their lives for the better. So that's what you should be expecting when you go to see a medium. It's not the medium's job to prove to you that there's an afterlife. Can you hear that bird in the background? I have a willy wagtail who comes and sees me. He's sitting in the background, whistling away. Anyway, that's one of my signs, and it's funny, I'm talking about mediumship today. So, is it the medium's job to prove to you that there is an afterworld? No. Is it the medium's job to prove anything to you, to help you release your skepticism? No. The medium's job is to give you a little hello from your loved ones in spirit that may help with the grieving process, that may help you go forward. That's not a job, is to prove people wrong. It's about a little hello from your loved ones in spirit, and that's it. You may get some guidance. You will get guidance in a direction of which way to go, but it's definitely not I say to people, I'm not here to help you change your life. I'm not here to tell you what to do. That job and that situation is yours. That choice is yours. What I'm there for is to maybe give you guidance, to help with a little hello from spirit, not the lottery numbers, definitely not the lottery numbers. Some people come in and say that to me. Can you believe that? Do you know the lottery numbers? And I always say, do you think if your loved ones gave me the lottery numbers that I would give them to you? That doesn't make me sneaky, does it? You definitely don't get lottery numbers if you come and see me. You get validation, you get an hello, you get some guidance, and you get a knowledge to know that your loved ones still see who you are, where you are, what you're doing, and how far you've come in life. They're not there to judge. So never think that when you come to see a medium, it's about judgment. It's definitely not. This podcast today was all about to debunk the fear, if you like, around mediumship. I'm just a normal person who has a heightened intuition. And fortunately, which I thought was unfortunate many years ago when I was a kid, but fortunately, I can see and feel things that some people mightn't be able to. Doesn't make me any different. It doesn't make me special. It's just a different take on life, really. It's gave me a different perspective on life that I can share with other people. So, what is mediumship? It's my energy connects with the spirit world's energy. And I can listen and see and feel and hear them communicating with me to give messages to you. So come in to mediumship with an open heart and an open mind, and you will get the best out of that reading. Do not feed the medium. It makes our job really hard. Just be open, just be kind, and just show up. Sometimes mediumship is a little bit more than a hello from spirit. As I say, it can be a little bit of guidance. Going to see a medium should never be a scary experience. However, you just might get some guidance to send you in a direction that might make a big change within your life. Now, when I deliver my messages and when people come to see me, I always say to them, I will never get nothing negative. I will never get nothing bad. I will get things that might guide you in a different direction, but it's up to you whatever you take away from this. But I will get an hello from spirit. So when this lady came to see me, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read her letter, and you can actually hear and see what happened during her reading. So she writes, when I made my appointment with Anne-Marie, I did so because I was feeling lost and in need of some direction. I was hoping to hear something that would change my life. And as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for. During my reading, a male relative came through and was insistent that I should go and have my health checked out. Now, Anne-Marie delivered this in not a scary way, but it was delivered in a way that when I left, it just made me think maybe I should go and do something about this. Now, having just turned 50, I had been bombarded with various health checks requests, all of which I had ignored, even though I had not been feeling myself for a while. I decided to get the ball rolling and went to see my doctor. To cut a very long story short, and after various tests, I was sent for a colonoscopy. A large polyp was found, which biopsy results showed a high-grade dysplasia, which is the stage just before cancer. I've had several procedures to remove the polyps and have finally been told that everything is clear. I have to return in 3 years for checkups, but I consider myself to be very lucky because if it had not been caught at this time, I would be looking at a very different situation and a different future. So I guess in a way my objective for the reading was met. This has changed my life, and while I won't be taking up extreme sports anytime soon, it's made me realise that changes need to be made in my life. Furthermore, you should never take anything for granted because you never know what is around the corner, and don't put off anything for tomorrow that you might be able to do today. Thank you, Anne-Marie, for communicating this message to me that I believe saved my life. I was in tears when I got that message. I didn't know, and I never know, any of the aftermaths really, any of the connections, or, people write me a little message now and again, and lots of people put Google reviews on, but you don't really hear a lot of the backstories, what happens after the reading. As I say, I deliver my messages in a kind, honest, gentle way. I was a palliative care nurse for 12 years and a nurse for over 30 years. So delivering messages and being compassionate and sincere was part of my job for a long time. That hasn't changed. So if I have a message to deliver, I will deliver that message with compassion and with gentleness, but hope and know that the message has got through. Like with this lady, it got through. It wasn't delivered in a scary way. It was delivered in a way that just made her think, oh, do you know what? I'll go and get all them tests sorted. And because of that, her life changed for the better. She also now looks at life differently. She looks at life with gratitude, like we all do when we have a scary episode happen or an emotional situation or the loss of a loved one. We look at life so much differently. So, my friend, going to see a medium can have a whole gamut of different situations that can change lives for the better. Go in with an open mind. Go in with an open heart. It's just like going and sitting down with an old friend, and we may invite other old friends into our conversation from the spirit world. People usually leave my sessions feeling uplifted and very grateful, not for me, but for the session and for speaking with their loved ones in spirit. A medium's job is a hard job. It's something that I did not want to tell anybody that I could do for a long, long time. And it was the fear of being criticised and prodded and poked at, really. But when I see the people that come into my office and the difference that a medium can make by connecting to their loved ones in spirit, then it's not about the medium. It's so much bigger than the medium. It's about your connection with your loved one, and it's about validation, fun. We often have such a laugh in my office. When spirit come through, they still have the same sense of humour a lot of the time. And yeah, it's just like coming and spending some time with your loved one in spirit. Now, we can't guarantee that this happens all the time, but it usually does. And I feel very, very blessed to be part of this journey. But this journey definitely isn't about the medium. It's definitely not about me. It's so much bigger than that. It's about you guys, and it's about your loved ones in spirit. And I'm just like a telephone line. I'm just a conduit. So when you choose your medium, choose wisely. Choose someone that you think will resonate with your loved one's energy, and go in with an open heart and an open mind. But do not feed the medium, because you can make it so much harder. I want you to have the best day. This podcast is not about me wanting you to go off and see a medium. That's entirely up to you. If you take anything from this podcast, I want you to know that you don't need a medium. Your loved ones in spirit are around you. Maybe not all the time, but a lot of the time. And all you have to do is set out your intention. Set out your intention to think about them, and they will show up. Set out your intention to talk to them, they will be there. Set out your intention just to feel them again, they will be there. Now, you may or may not get your signs straight away, but when you decide to be open to your signs from Spirit, that's what you'll see. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Please keep an open mind when you're thinking about seeing your signs. One of the things I think I've said already on the podcast is watch out for the signs that you get from Spirit. If you're going in and you're wanting to have signs of butterflies and dragonflies and your mum, dad, brother, sister, loved ones, son, child, daughter is so far connected from that, then that won't be the sign that you'll be getting. You'll get shown a sign that is connected to them, that is the essence of them. Watch out for that sign, because they are always there. As soon as you commit, or as soon as you think about them and start talking to them, they will come in. Maybe even through music. When you're in your car, you might hear something on the radio, but definitely be open to signs. Yeah, I won't ever try and convince anyone that the spirit world is real. That I know, and that I feel and believe that one day we will all know that. So yeah, live this life, have fun, enjoy every moment. Life isn't supposed to be a steady, gentle pace. It's supposed to be like a roller coaster ride where you throw your hands up in the air and you scream your head off and you have absolutely loads and loads of fun. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't take life too seriously. Enjoy the ride and know that one day you will see your loved ones again in the spirit world, but just not yet. They love when they can watch us enjoying our life. They don't want us over there with them before our time is ready. They want us to enjoy this ride. So my friend, enjoy the journey. Hope you've enjoyed this podcast today. And yeah, maybe I'll see you in my office or on Zoom one day. Take care and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this show. It's important to note that while I'm here to inspire, encourage and guide you, I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist or a doctor. Join me again in 2 weeks for more captivating revelations on the supernatural. Remember to be in with a chance to have your questions answered on the podcast. Subscribe to my newsletter at amarylord.com. Stay in the tribe to vibe. I appreciate you guys. See you next time.